show we have tonight. Excalibur, Tony Schiavone.
TNT, thank you very much for your response. How about this tag team main event?
Top Gagent, B. Priestley to take on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Ladies and gentlemen, also coming up next, the winner of this match, Havoc and Allen. Again, not all. Look at this one right here. He's back. He's dangerous. He's actually with him at ringside.
And of course, we are starting the AEW
Here tonight, anything's possible. Crazier things have happened here in Boston, Matt. Closer look.
Our goal, our main objective vision in the world.
We've wrestled 100% that, we could go out and do our thing.
I still feel like we are most wins.
Right now, I think if you look at the tag team,
We feel like we've been the best tag team for the last 5 to 10 years, so.
and anything is possible. We're a private party. One of the best.
20-minute time limit is a first-round Young Bucks.
So glad that you're with us, ladies and gentlemen. As Tony Schiavone mentioned, debut we had last week. So thank you all for inviting us into your home once again. Their obvious adversaries are... It takes 3 seconds to lose a match.
The Private Party.
Blonde highlights, and then maybe natural. His partner is...
I really believe and I've read a lot about them and studied a lot of you were in Chicago when they won that match, and be the biggest night of their life, wouldn't you think?
Oh, for certain. There is none bigger. It was tough to read into. Jack Evans and Angelico, very experienced team. Going Evans didn't do their homework. Maybe they got caught. The Young Bucks, though, you can get...
They're going to take this plus. Folks, here's the deal. This is a single elimination squad. You're both out.
Yeah, it behooves both. And referee Rick Knox will have his hands full, though.
It's classic East Coast versus West Coast in many ways. They trained at House of Glory Wrestling School, and they've made their way up. And
Enthusiasm is infectious.
That's right.
Side headlock takeover.
Super kick again. That's the youth.
And this
October 30th will be the championship match in Charleston.
sudden sense of urgency.
Neckbreaker combination.
Sudden sense of urgency by the Young Bucks. That tells me that there's something different in his mind.
What we saw last week and how the show ended, is that on the mind of the...
Match in the main event of the debut episode of Dynamite. And then afterwards, things just potentially still feeling any effects from that.
They are the #1 tag team. They are the #1 seeds in this tournament.
Shoulder to the midsection of Nick Jackson. Nick with a wild swing and a miss. Salt to the outside, taking out Matt. Nick trying to bring in beautiful crossbody.
How agile was that? They leap up on...
Enough of it to send Nick back to the apron.
So big fire here in Boston, Massachusetts.
The AEW fan base. Oh, God, that could be it.
2. No!
Absolutely don't lose your focus. Stay right with it. See now he's turned. And
It is a page right out of Nick Jackson's playbook. That 450 splat. Goes up and over the top, but Matt intercepts.
This light
they were doing a pretty good job of avoiding the super kicks early.
are a big part of their presentation. Oh, the steel ring play is so unforgiving. Winning this contest.
Well, it was just 1 week ago where Santana... Into the sharpshooter, the Scorpion Deathlock.
Bucks came here very focused because, they lost it all out to Lucha. With everything aside, put those 2 losses behind them, know that this is a... I love that philosophy here.
I don't even see him standing up on his corner here.
No, he's actually still down on the...
To put this thing away. So you can't give them a second chance.
That's right. The forearm bone on the face that time, Excalibur. A little bit more visual.
Party is posing a very significant threat to their process through this
Near fall. They're in control right now, the Young Bucks are. Unless they make a fatal mistake.
Private Party signed with AEW. They wanted them here.
That's right. They went to
Good recruiting. And that was the goal, is always to bring these great tag teams.
And JR, you've been talking about how the Young Bucks in multiple weight classes, they are the most dominant tag team.
If some of you young kids don't know who that is, you might want to do a Google.
Plenty of them. Post-2010.
Anderson counter.
A little 5 on him to prevent him from getting the tag, and Isaiah Cassidy.
Cassidy is back on the apron. He's
Over the top. Oh,
on Mark Quinn.
And that is the 15 years of
prevented the tag from happening. Some of the fans may have booed.
And laying in some double sledges between the shoulder blades.
With the fact that the Bucks have not put this team away, and they have had opportunity.
Their head.
Tag. Here comes Cassidy.
Did you see that? His back gave out.
Yes, it did. Lower back.
Double work on Ronda. Takes down both of the Young Bucks.
This shows that this
Isaiah Cassidy, you can see still smarting from that powerbomb on the ramp.
because that back's not going to hold out, and there you go, the exploitation of a
private party with the silly string. They're blocked, though. Matt with the northern up and the trifecta.
How about that?
Oh, look at this.
Is this amazing?
And now we're realizing by these food.
You know, you mentioned a great analogy, Jim, talking about in football some
Fine.
Classic Young Bucks double sweep of the leg. Matt Jackson looking.
Yeah, I agree.
Quinn got starched on the outside. Him pain. And he's going to do that exactly to the face buster from Nick, and then he backflipped off
with an amazing sense of urgency and an adrenaline.
A burst of energy.
And Cassidy was trying to
blind tag indeed. Excalibur. Not a good look. Oh, tandem offense. You talk about tandem creating all gin and juice for two on the rocks. Can you believe that Matt Jackson just
he needs to do? Yeah, he do. There you go. Stay on it. Looks like.
Yeah. Oh, gets swept out.
Man.
Rolls him up 1, 2.
Can you believe this? Private Party has defeated.
What a moment, guys.
Who would have thought?
Members of SCU, Christopher Daniels standing up, clapping.
I guess the private party turned into a public party.
The fans have received. They love this team. Where are they going to go? Well, they're going to the semifinals.
This has been the craziest. It's going to be fun to get to play alongside LeBron.
There is so much parity. It's wide open.
You want to go, bro? Do not mess with my discount.
My joints, they hurt.
The pain and swelling.
The tenderness.
I found Cosentix. Now
can help stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If you're inflammatory bowel disease symptoms,
and feel better.
Now, watch me.
What do you know about Treadstone? He's a man and women. You will be a great soldier for our cause.
But yourself. Nachos are now a meal, with your choice of double the seasoned beef, a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos Box, only at Taco.
50s, that milk has had to have turned by now.
The stars have been practicing.
Take a look at this group, Jim. Himself with some pretty badasses behind him. You're on Dynamite.
You thought that all those guys he beat up last week were Texas Longhorns last week. Just saying. Dude in all of pro wrestling. He's reinvented himself.
Reinvented himself is the key.
29 years ago and 7 days is when Chris Jericho.
AEW. The highest rated premiere in TNT history, and it's all because of us beating the hell out of All Elite. Oh. Been asking me all week, hey Chris, we're the 5 of you, are you still going to be alive? And let me explain who we are and what we're about. Sexy he is. As I've seen at his age in a long time, he's athletic. They're angry. They're pit bulls among pit bulls. They're Street Fighter back. This giant behind me. You may think you know who he is. Right now, he is the toughest, most terrified. Hey, calm down for 1 second. Calm down for 1 second. That makes him the toughest. So he's not afraid to challenge any bomb, bare knuckle fighter, you name it. Hager's ready. Look at him, he's a giant. Circle. We are the inner circle. And we're taking control of AEW. And I don't care if you're the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega or that stupid son of who's been entitled from his famous family his entire life, and I don't like your family. Jerk. I think he's a mourner. I'm gonna kick his ass tonight. Out of you. Go, Gordy! Yeah, in celebration!
For the t-shirts, Tony. Inner Circle.
You may want to visit Shop at Circle.
Wow, what a group.
How about Hager?
One fall with a 20-minute time limit, and the winner, Havoc.
One of
15 years of my life. Those 15. I like the violence. Pain. Tonight, AEW World Championship.
And I've seen many Jimmy Havoc matches.
And his opponent, from 173 pounds, Darby.
Here in All Elite Wrestling, he has resonated Cody to the 20-minute time limit.
More often than not. He showed great resilience and
caused Cody fits, but some poor decisions very nearly. He's able to hit that on Jimmy Havoc tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Havoc and Allen are concerned is that they both, and they don't like it, Topser. And but I don't think that's going to convince them tonight to not be.
Cody, and he was talking about full gear.
Excalibur to get a guy in a match that is obviously the biggest match.
Seen Darby Allin already rise to the occasion as he has Havoc locked up. Now he's strong.
Thing he could have done, other than maybe obviously.
Oh, look at this front hold. 1, 2.
Well, so does Jimmy Havoc, who may be the hungriest guy here.
Yeah,
15 years of Havoc.
Eats the back elbow there from Darby Allin. And on November 27th, we will return to the Sears Center and Joey Janela in that astounding match. Tickets on sale right now. Jimmy Havoc.
He body.
Just.
Just because he feels.
He may be a
Katie Olivan's dead now.
Good Lord. Now, these guys just, those little mats right there, are nothing to write home about.
Those mats.
I think there's actually ice here in the Mighty Terriers.
Mighty Terriers, one of the great hockey programs.
Look at this. Bird. By chance?
No, it does not, but he's used to getting tossed around. He's used to getting beaten up. But is he used to having his
science?
Sure. Next thing you know, you'll be talking about his sprained metatarsals.
But the flip side of that is Darby Allin doesn't mind the pain. In more pain.
They should be accountants.
Background.
Very much so. Darby's broken more bones and hit. Sleeper hold suplex.
John Moxley back in town. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being with us live here on TNT. 1-on-1 here. Darby Allin.
Right rolling elbow. 1, 2. No.
I thought that pinning combination.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Death Valley driver.
Darby Allin has resulted in nothing more than a near fall. I say nothing.
Tiger driver 98.
That doesn't get the 90.
Darby Allin out of position.
Oh, look out.
Reason that Darby Allin can even still come out with a pinning combination.
That ripcord lariat. Oh, Darby though. Top stunning Jimmy.
So it's Darby Allin. It's going to take her next week on TNT. Back up. Jericho's loaded for bear. But, hey, look, we saw, thanks to Darby Allin, cannot fulfill his dream and be Christian.
The biggest matches of his career. Here tonight in Boston, Mass. Darby Allin.
Allin's audience to Darby. Because of things like this.
Wrestling, but Darby Allin somehow with the wherewithal He hits that on Chris Jericho. We could have a new AEW World Champion going into...
Finally's got a winning record here in AEW with his second visit.
Gentlemen, it's sold out next week. There are no tickets. But check with us. Check back.
Darby Allin, look ahead. And we were looking ahead. Excalibur for a great...
to take on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and the AEW Women's World Cup next.
Tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Joining her, Emi Sakura.
Well, quite the pair are these two ladies. Highly skilled, no doubt about that. Still ongoing, quite frankly. And this is the teacher. Explain to us that don't know.
She has won championships in multiple. Hey, Riho included.
That's the man.
Dr. Britt Baker, D.
And Britt Baker is, and equally as amazing story is what we saw.
And her tag team partner.
What a heart. What resilience. Never say die. She doesn't.
Is used to overcoming larger opponents for her. Actually, if you noticed Riho's record when it flashed up on the bottom of the screen, the to work out some of the kinks in their tag team game. Ramifications here. We have the hostility between B. Priestley and Britt.
Experience in the ring, and that may be the factor in this.
We're underway. One fall 20.
Referee Aubrey Edwards.
Display. That's where we're going to be. And tickets are on sale at AEWTix.com.
Very well acquainted with Riho's offense.
Working by the hour.
And JR, what a star-making performance for Riho it was.
It was just too small to beat Miss Rose. You'll fall in love with her heart. But that might not be enough, that, Tony.
Yes, absolutely.
Nothing gets by you, JR.
I think that if anyone...
And it's something that Emi Sakura has known for...
started training to be a pro wrestler at the age of 9. So if you wonder how...
Just putting a lot of pressure on the knees and lower back of Riho. And that's
going right after Dr. Baker.
What a cheap shot that was. And they have. And good grief.
And JR, it was a beating right hands on the head of Priestley.
And the referees can do a good job.
She is sensational.
She's using discretion. Right. And officials can do.
Identifying that her partner is in trouble. Heading to the outside now.
That's thin man.
Oh, but Riho.
Yeah, she's illegal. She's illegal.
Halloween without getting eaten. And this year was a close one.
This can't be good.
Wireless network claims are the best network is even better. Best, fastest, best, enough. I mean, I think Sprint's network and savings are great, but don't just take my word for it. Included for just $35 a month.
I had the common type.
Mine was rare.
Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart. That is your kind of cure.
Just because we're super great grandmother, Goldie knows to never compromise. Too much. It's just right. Thank you. Book your
Roger needs a squash partner. Roger! Steve!
2! Emi Sakura breaks up the pinfall attempt.
A near fall. Well, she drags her partner to the corner. It's shot.
Double underhook into the backbreaker.
Not fit shot.
But she's burning daylight.
She's burning a lot of daylight. I guess you're a 24-year vet. You know what you're doing.
I guess. Oh, look at that.
That is.
They were going to call it the Leon White bomb. Done. That cutter was well done by the doctor.
Emi Sakura chop. Riho intercepts, rolls through.
She's so quick.
Stop our side. Can she hold her? No. Oh. Guys, Nashville's coming up soon.
Legendary arena.
Yes,
we're going to be there.
Upward rising knee strikes. Ripcord out into that elbow. Rolls through into the stretch. And now
submission time. Oh. What the hell is happening?
Hold her down, but then when she reached into the jaw, that changed everything.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, picking up victories in tag team competition.
Priestley and
Aubrey Edwards.
Voice commands, but you got the talent. Still got to listen. The athlete's still out by the referee.
Yeah.
Nice work. Yeah, this beat Priestley, Dr. Baker.
Everybody's watching. There's no question. Here's a look once again.
Counting anyone out.
The world champion is just so fluid, but in the end,
forced to tap out by the good doctor.
And Sammy Guevara will take on Hangman Page and Dustin Page and Dustin.
Tonight, with the tag team tournament underway.
That's the best video I've ever.
How are you feeling going into next week against SCU?
Why don't we ask this guy?
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by legendary force, weighing 227 pounds, this self-proclaimed...
What happened last time that he thought that he let Shawn Spears down. Great match did he have at this arena. The Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte.
Okay, wicked. Show number 2, and Pac has joined us here at our announced position.
How about this?
George Hamilton Jr. could have done any better. Justin Roberts right there. All right, sir, Pac, you're here. You don't look...
I am here because I refuse to be denied opportunity by the likes of Darby Allin, the likes of Jimmy Havoc.
You've had great wins. You had impressive wins on Mr. Spears here.
Yeah, and we saw Tully Blanchard.
By Jon Moxley.
Everything he does with such vengeance.
To his match with Hangman Page at All Out.
As far as I'm concerned, Excalibur, Jon Moxley, he's ungrateful. Just like the rest of this run. I'm not here to endear myself to anybody, Jim. Let me make that a very, very
sage speech here.
Tully. Well, back to this unpredictable, so skilled that we took
Tully Blanchard trying to grab the arms of Mox.
I don't understand how the referee lets this go when there's blatant interference.
This match ended in disqualification.
I don't either. I'm just asking a very viable question.
It was the elbow he had the surgery on that kept him out of the match we were talking about.
Path to defeat Kenny Omega there.
And you got to wonder if Mox...
The ring steps.
Well, there's how you penalize in the beginning, you know. Let this match be 1-on-1. Best man wins.
Yeah.
It is now.
Now the rib cage of Mox.
Ring area here.
Let me ask you a question, gentlemen. Are you only wrestling, but in the profession that is professional wrestling? Now, you speak to anybody in the know, that's unparalleled.
Well, Pac,
welcome to America.
Last week on Jericho, in the match to the...
Then Matt, take another look at that.
Able to come back just like that.
Moxley, he may...
I never thought I'd be on this side of the counter. And as an actual store owner and board, bring that Papa Love to the community. Better ingredients, better people.
My skin, it was embarrassing.
My joints, they hurt.
Real relief with Cosentix. It's a different kind of targeted biologic. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms...
Used to love going out with Julia and Mike, but since they bought their new house...
Your parents. Sandra, are you in school? Yes, I'm in art school. Oh,
impressive. Saved a bunch. Oh, we got a wobbler.
Be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Not a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos box, only at Taco.
There's still a day to get ready.
Hello, my yuglies. They're here.
Oh my God, oh my gosh.
It is a privilege.
We're back live here on TNT in the deep water, the lake goings of this matchup. One fall, 20 minutes.
Spears.
Omega through a glass coffee table.
Yeah, last week.
That bandage on the elbow of Moxley, maybe. Now Spears returning Moxley to the ring, but Moxley.
Watch out.
Mistake, let me tell you that for nothing.
You said that was a mistake?
By Shawn Spears.
He turned his back on Jon Moxley. Moxley capitalized. And now
he did it. I love that violence party.
That's a T-shirt, Tony. Man, that running knee right to the temple. 10 minutes gone by, the 20-minute time limit affair. Hot record.
Well, goddamn disgrace, Jim. Okay. God, I want what's due to me, Tony. Forget your patience.
The forearm shots by Spears.
Teep there. But Moxley.
A great follow through with that clothesline.
Yes,
entered there.
Ducked under the lariat. Looking for the paradigm shift.
Boy, Moxley barely able to get up.
He shoved the head of Spears up.
EJ, you should be ashamed.
I am sorry. I am dead. I'm with you. I'm not against you.
I would have said that.
And yet here I am. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a pleasure.
See it the holidays, maybe. Well, again, his body is still getting back to 100%. He can't be
John Moxley picking up his first.
He may have a date with destiny.
Boom. Apropos for the cleaner.
Partner tonight has got off headsets. Just telling you.
Choose your weapon, gentlemen.
Yeah. Pick the point here right now.
Omega
right out of the game.
And Moxley is very upset.
Maybe patented.
Perhaps we've seen a second one with Pac and Mox.
Are you kidding me? But we will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening.
Tonight, in honor of my Sooners, the fine man, unhinged tag team main event.
Adam Page, let me tell you why. There's something about Hangman Adam Page. I know I'm going to bring he and Dustin Rhodes were a great tag team in the past.
They sure were.
Now look at them together. Yes, he could.
Sammy Guevara.
Indianapolis.
At the Indianapolis Farmers Coliseum on November. Pushed Cody to the limit last week in the very first match on.
A lot of back.
Chris Jericho.
The inner circle.
He is such airy. You're right, he's scary.
Hey, this kid was in my career things, and of course he took the pro wrestling route. He did close some deals with it. You'll sign here or I'll kill you.
Not at all. Dustin Rhodes and Hangman Page bring a lot to the table and a lot.
Even next week when he has that world title defense, here on, you're going to see Jake Hager around. If it were me, I'd bring him around every week.
Sammy Guevara with Dustin Rhodes.
Big show next week, ladies and gentlemen, again.
Looking for some measure of revenge from last week, putting the boots to Jericho early here.
Yeah, the
top of the head.
Well, we are in a hockey arena. The mighty Terrapins are
skull first into the ring post.
1 week ago.
The hell stab is Sammy coming in.
That was from Austin City Limits. That uppercut.
And that was you.
The world this year in pro wrestling than Dustin and Cody in Las Vegas. The physicality, the psychology, the toughness.
Look at that.
He'll get better. He'll get better every time he's out there.
The attempt, blockbuster suplex, tosses him, and now Hangman up to his feet.
On Hangman, because Page got right back in the ring, taking care of some business.
Picking him up like a hay bale and tossing him.
All those Hangman Page has a degree from West Virginia, or Virginia Tech. Justin Fuente, the coach of the Virginia Tech club, together. Fundamentally sound athletic position.
I think we are from the word go from when he first started. Day one.
Day one, he was
absolute
supernatural ability. And now Hangman Adam Page goes in.
Well, that was a beautiful piece of offense by Hangman Page.
And referee Bryce Reynolds and a slam beautifully executed there by Hangman.
Guevara has opened the door long enough for Guevara to nail that buckle. Hangman drops right on the top right. Guevara with a kick right to the head of Page, who's been isolated.
Yes, sir. And we're here at the Aganis Arena in Boston. The fans are leading so many great offensive moves and maneuvers and counters.
Hangman Adam Page on that middle rope.
Jericho looking back. Jericho thought he had Page in a compromising position. Took it.
Jericho gingerly tags out to Guevara. And Guevara
Hook got another near fall. Page is very strong. He's
Rhodes off the apron.
Yeah, the least amount of experience of both Jericho and they are as crafty as they come. But right now it's been all Jericho.
It's basic sound.
Texas. Tony, the Metroplex. AEW, first time.
First time at that.
We're just going to sell this Friday.
That's right. Tickets go on sale this Friday. So close.
Sending that long arm. Oh! Guevara grabs a waistlock
and just simply got to make the tag. I don't know what to tell you. Oh! The discus lariat scored from downtown. And business just ticked up for Rhodes and Page. Boom! Oh gosh, and leverage it up.
Followed up by the boots on the side of the face. Jericho.
I love it.
Got a lot of names.
I was thinking the same thing, JR. The veteran gets up top. Although, Willie.
No, he's special.
Oh, low bridge there.
Bar special. Oh, almighty, where the hell did Hangman Page come from?
Hangman coming in with that Ori Harum. Jericho charging in.
Shoulder. No! Oh, man.
He was so close to pinning the world champion.
Experience is so vital. But that's not a big issue with Jericho because
strung up in the corner. He's in jeopardy.
He's in a very vulnerable position.
Excalibur, what do you call this? Well,
onto the ring.
And the referee's now being admonishing Guevara.
Yep, Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, Judas tonight. AEW Dynamite.
What a battle. What a...
Jericho and Guevara were in a war here tonight. And thanks to
Adam Page is still down. Again, it was the number.
You want to do business, Jericho? Is this what the inner circle's all about?
Hangman laid in right hand.
Steamrolled. Here he goes.
Eat that. Take that
into the back.
But it's still 2-on-1 in the ring. Oh! What's this? The lights here in the Davis Arena have gone.
Rhodes. And now then, that's the American main event for the AEW title. Cody, look out.
Yeah.
This is how Jericho's got to have it. He's going to dismantle. He got Freeman. MJF. Cody's supposed best.
Where do MJF's loyalties lie?
Oh! He goes the other way with it. And Cody.
He said Cody.
Little guy, 230. Jericho, too much celebration.
I mean, it's elementary, right?
And now the eating here in Boston, Massachusetts.
This fight is outside, inside. This championship.
Well, his henchmen are doing the fighting.
Anytime Jericho can get an unfair advantage, he's going to do it. We talked about that.
The Bucks. It's great to see that.
As these personal issues are evolving. And now what? Jericho. This is going to bring down the ring with a flying knee. Oh, you're mighty extreme there on occasion.
It was pretty extreme just now.
Elite Wrestling Dynamite.
An absolute to nail the world champion. Look at Darby Allin.
You're going to pay, Cody. I'll see you next week, Darby.
Well, Jericho may...
Hey! They can control. Cody, November 9th, Darby.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night. We thank you so much for being...